According to my project, I selected this play from a famous playwright, Bertolt Brecht. He was a German playwright. He was born in 1898. With the political atmosphere at the Germany, at that time, the Nazis and fascists were just not allowed to go ahead for his writing. So he has left from Germany and he was traveled all over Europe, in America, last 15 years. So once 1933, he arrived to Berlin with his freedom of this political atmosphere at Germany. Then he started to write continuously. One of his famous play was The Caucasian Chalk Circle is the book I selected from. It is from Sri Lankan General Certificate of Education Advanced Level English Literature stream has selected this book. And I selected this drama that has been translated to the several languages. In Sri Lankan society, it was very famous by the play Kunuvate Katha, translated by Henry Jayasena. The best was selected few characters in this big drama. That out of that few characters, I'm trying to reveal the story with few dialogues. This story begins with the palace. The palace has inculcated with a battle at that time. When the battle started, no message from the battlefield to the palace. Sometimes the king has been surrendered to the enemies. Therefore, they are rushed out from the palace and try to escape from the enemies. At that time, the king was in the battlefield. The queen tried to escape from the palace, and she has been rushed out from the palace without his baby son. The main servant who cared that baby at that time tried to rush out from the palace towards his brother's place at the mountain 1,000 kilometers ahead. She has engaged a love affair with the soldier inside the palace. He is called George Abashville, and Simon Shashawa is the soldier, and Brusha Vendavas is the servant. The dialogues between the Brusha and Simon I'm going to interpret throughout this book. When all of them were rushed out from the palace, the last moment, the servant comes into the courtyard. She was very hurried. The Simon was eagerly waiting for the Grusha. You can see the Grusha. You can see the Grusha by a nice character, and she is very poor, and she is working for the palace last 10 to 15 years. Simon is calling, Grusha, there are at least what you are going to do. Simon said, nothing, my boss, comes to it. I'll live with a brother in the mountains. How about you? Simon said, forget about me. Brusha Vandevers, you wish to know my plans, fills me with satisfaction. I have been ordered to accompany Madame Natalia Abashville as a guard. But hasn't the place guard maintained? That's a fact. Isn't it dangerous to go with her? In defense, they say, isn't the stabbing dangerous for the knife? Grusha said, you are not a knife, you are a man. Simon Sashawa, what woman to do with you? That woman has has nothing to do with me. I have my order and I go. The soldier is speaking. He is running into danger for nothing at all. I must get it into the third courtyard. I'm hurrying. Since we are both in a hurry, we shouldn't quarrel. You need time for a good quarrel. May I ask if a young lady still has parents? No, just a brother. As time is short, my second question is this. Is the young lady as hardly as a fish in a water? I may have a pain in my right shoulder once in a while. Otherwise, I'm strong enough for my job. No one has complained so far. That's well known. Once Easter Sunday and the question arises, who will run for the goose all the same? She will be one. My third question is this. Is the young lady important? Does she want apple in the winter? Usha. Oh, important. No, but if a man goes to war without any reason and then no message comes, that's bad. A message will come. And now my final question, Simon Sashava. I must get into the third courtyard. My answer is yes. Simon hesitated. He was wondering about the story. What to answer? Yes. Before I'm going to ask a question from her, whether she liked to be or not, she said yes. Oh, what? Very good. My mother gave me this cross, Grusha Vanderverse. The chain is silver. Please wear it. Many thanks, Simon. It would be better to go to the third courtyard now, or there will be difficulties. Anyway, I must hush the horses. The young lady will understand. Yes, Simon. Simon, I will just take a mistake to the troops that I have yelled loyal. When the war's over, you will come back. In 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I'll wait for you. Simon, Shasha, I shall wait for you. Go calmly into the battle, soldier. The body battle, the bitter battle, from which not everyone returns. When you return, I shall be there. I shall be waiting for you under the green alarm. I shall be waiting for you under the alarm. I shall wait until the last soldier has returned and longer. When you come back from the battle, no boots will stand at my door. The pillow beside mine will be empty, and my mouth will be unkissed. When you return, you will be able to say, it is just as it was. I thank you, Grusha Vanderverse, and goodbye. The Simon Sasha is eagerly waiting to arrange the horse cart to rush out from Queen Grusha Vanderverse. So she left from the palace. She forgot to bring her small son. What happened next? The Grusha took the small chap and she rushed out to the mountain. No one else in the palace. Grusha is walking very difficult road, 100 miles away. When she goes to the brother's place, small chap is crying. No one else to feel. Mother's breast, she couldn't find. What she does? She had few shillings in her. She gave it to a what farmer where he could farm. She could farm a farm. Very small amount of milk has given by the farmer to the small baby, the small baby. She fed that little baby by that small amount of milk. Few days she managed. Finally she reached to the brother's place. When she comes to the brother's place, Rosa! Who is this baby? It's my baby. Who is the father of this baby? He went to battle. He will come back once the battlefield cleared. I will 100% sure. He will give return to the house. So what is your plan? I want to stay until he comes. Nowhere to stay. I have to wait until he comes. I want to stay in your place until he comes. Do you allow me to stay here? I have to ask from my... anyhow, I will manage. You can stay until he comes. Okay. 2 years gone. Simon Sashawa. Still he didn't come. The little son grown. Now he is 2 years old. Every evening, Grusha goes to the river to wash her and his son's clothes. Now, the good son is playing with all the colleagues in the same age in the village. Very cool climate. One day, Grusha is washing the clothes in the river bed. A visitor has come in front of the Grusha. Ooh. Is that true servant of us? Simon! Simon Sashawa! You came back! Ooh! I was waiting for you such a long time, Sashawa. Good morning, the young lady. I hope she is well. A good morning to soldier. God be thanks has returned good health. They found better fish, so they didn't eat me, said the handle. Courage, said the kitchen boy. Good luck, said the hero. How are things here? Was the winter bearable and neighbors considerable? The winter was 10 feet rough. The neighbor's son, usual, Simon. Many wonders if certain person still keeps her toys in the water when rushing in the lesson. The answer is no, because of the ice in the bushes. The young lady speaking of soldier, here stand a paymaster, a chop water, 20 pins, and luggage. When the dialogues goes on, very terrible thing was happening. They are very innocent. They are talking lots of things. The little boy is playing here and there, and he is eagerly waiting to see his father. Small chap's name is Michael. Michael! Your father has come! Come quickly! And he was coming close to the man. The Iron Man has come, getting an order from the palace because the queen is searching the boy. Where is he? Hey, the boy! Wait! The maid lady! What is your name? Rosa. Aha! You are the lady who was working at the palace 2 years back. The queen has ordered to bring this Michael to the palace. No. Michael is mine. He's my son. I can't allow you to take him to the palace. That is royal order. You have to bow for the order. Take my son. go? I was following you. Michael, I'm coming. I'm trying to escape you. When they comes to the in front of the judge, but judges write a chalk circle and ask that maid lady and queen to both of in front of the center of the place. The child is trying to pull it from queen and trying to pull it from maid in front of the judge. To believe audience, the maid was the winner in front of the judge as a duck. All due responsibility.
Toastmasters Chamikara. The usual speeches you make are like plays. So this play is an awesome play. Congratulations. And you have selected the Caucasian play, show, circle, done by renowned artist or the player, Bertolt Brecht. So you gave a good description of his works by giving us additional information to improve our knowledge. And before doing the play, you gave the background information, so we know what was the background or what happened in the play. As for the objectives of the project, you have to identify and characterize few characters of the play. And here you have selected to portray few characters as supposed Grusha, between Grusha and Simon, between Grusha and her brother, and also with Grusha and the queen's henchman. You differentiate the characters of them through your voice and actions. Usually, Toastmasters, we feel that when you build a character of a woman, you act very smoothly. But here, it's a bit different. You might have noticed when you compare Simon and Grusha, the characters, the features were different. She was more aggressive. But I think that portrays the physical and emotional capabilities of Grusha as the story goes. So you portrayed that character very nice, and we understood why there was a difference against the normal role. You done it really well. And this is a very long story, but you cut it very nicely and gave very emotional things that made us realize we witnessed the whole play. That was the most important thing when selecting a play to do within 12 to 15 minutes. You did that well again, Chamikara. And you built the story from the basic and steady to the climax, and then quickly finish it, as I mentioned in the objective. And the best parts are the emotional parts you built up during your play, especially where Grusha met Simon after the war, and what I call the climax is the stage how she reacted when the soldiers came to take the child. He is not her child, but she reacted like her own, and that touched my heart also. It was very emotional, and you did it really well. And thirdly, the eye contact. You didn't have any direct eye contact as projected, as what is expected from the project. So during this project, I believe you achieved all the objectives specified. For your improvements, I would like to suggest you could have used the stage more, because this is a play, not a speech. And you used 15 minutes and 56 seconds. I think it's a bit overshoot, because usually what is allowed is 30 seconds more than the after the red light or the red card. So I wish you all the best for your next project, and I congratulate for fulfilling your project to the utmost. Thank you.